G'day everyone, what is going on? It is your favorite producer from Down Under, Jhin, back with another video. And in this one, I'm going to be showing you guys how to easily make analog samples for an artist such as Travis Scott or Don Toliver inside of FL Studio. Now this sample is inspired by the producers CUBEATZ and MIKE DEAN. But yeah, if you aren't new here, would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button for me. And while you're at it, flick that little notification bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video. Friendly reminder that I do stream live over on Twitch every single day from 10 PM AEST, which is around 7 AM Eastern Standard Time. So if you do want to catch up with the shenanigans, would greatly appreciate it if you do follow me over there as well. But with that being said, let's get into FL Studio and let's deconstruct this sample. Okay, so here we are inside of FL Studio, and like all of my samples, not that much is happening. We have 7 layers. Now this is one of the samples where I did throw in a lot of layers, but a lot of them are just plain one-shots here and there. But if you are going to be making an analog sample, you obviously need to go to your collection of $1,000 set. Oh, I could honestly just go for Analog Lab, and that's what I ended up doing. But yeah, honestly, the first preset from Analog Lab is the abandoned keys from the Ghostland expansion, and all we are doing is laying down a simple pattern in the key of F sharp. Now the original sample is in F sharp, but at the end I end up pitching it up 2 semitones to G sharp, and we are working at a BPM of 170. Keeping that in mind, I wanted something really simple, so I went for your F sharp minor triad to begin with, but we got rid of the middle note, making it a power chord. Where we have this F sharp, this C sharp, and then we, just to build some tension, have this A, G sharp, and A, just playing repetitively over and over and over again. Going on to the second part, all we did was we literally just pasted it over and we bumped it down 7 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now to make it sound a little bit different, mainly due to the fact that having these middle notes here, this D and this C sharp, kind of made it sound a little bit muddy, so I wanted to vary it up a little bit. So I just grabbed those middle notes and bump them up the octave. Something really simple, easy to do as well, and it is a technique used by CUBEATZ a lot in their samples. They either go, change the second part up by 5 semitones, 7, sometimes a full octave as well, just to make it sound like it is changing, give it a little bit of variance. But in context, this is what the first pattern sounds like. Really simple, but having those 1 semitone steps yet again creates tension, makes it sound dark, a little bit eerie as well, and it's something that I just really liked. Going on to the second instance of Analog Lab, the preset with this one is the Ash Cloud, and all we are doing with this one is just playing one note every now and then, just an offbeat note, just to kind of give it a little bit more rhythm. In context, it just sounds like so. Really simple, but once we bounce it off with the original melody, it gives it a really, really nice sense of, rhythm and a really nice bounce. In context, this is what they sound like together. Really simple, they're just bouncing off each other, accompanying each other really nicely. Going on to the next element, surprise, surprise, comes in from Analog Lab. Who would have thought? And the preset with this one is the Behind the Shadows. Now, all we're doing with this is practically using it as a pad, and we're just practically playing the power chords, where we have this F sharp and the C sharp, and then for the second part, copying the first melody, where we have F sharp and B. But in context, it just sounds like so. As you can hear with the full sample, it's just adding in that atmosphere, just kind of filling up certain frequency ranges and just making it sound a little bit more epic as well. Going on to the next element, surprise, surprise, who would have thought? Analog Lab. And the preset with this one is the Death Choir. Now this one does come in from the Ghostland expansion pack yet again. And the pattern with this one is just so simple. We're just going C sharp to G sharp, up to C sharp, down to G sharp again. Now, if I was to grab all of this and paste it over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down 7 semitones, still in the exact same scale, but it's just to make it sound a little bit different, give it a little bit more variance. But in context, it just literally sounds like so. Really simple, but it was just a really nice accompanying sound just to add to the full melody. Now, the last two instances are the bass layers. The first part, like majority of my samples, I like having a piano, that natural bass. So we ended up going to Contact, and the bank we are using with this one, the Not Pure, Basic Pure preset. It's in all of my samples. And all we are doing is just playing the root notes over 2 octaves. As you can see, this F sharp, this B, and then this B. Now keep in mind, final sample is pitched up to G sharp. We're doing that through Sound Shifter by Waves, but in context, this is what the piano sounds like. Really simple, but for the first part, I like having a natural bass, and the piano actually added that. Now for the second part, we're actually going to Serum, and we are using the Mafia bass. Now if you do want to download this preset, link to it will be down in the description. If you want to download a massive pack that I've made called Demon Lord, a download link to that one will be down in the description. It is available on my BeatStars. But yeah, all we're doing with this bass, just following the root notes, and we do throw in some runs. As you can see, we go G, run it all the way down to C sharp, and then from C sharp, running it all the way back up to G, where it just repeats over and over. Now we do have an octave change with the bass, where we go from G sharp 3 up to G sharp 4 just for a little bit before it slides back down to G sharp 3. Same with C sharp, up to C sharp 4, back down to C sharp 3. But in context, this is what the bass sounds like. Now, to make it sound a little bit more analog, if you are using an actual analog synth, you are going to be getting that mechanical white noise. That's why I added the white noise in with this bass. And all I did in order to do that was I turned on noise, direct out, changed it to bright white, and it just changed the level down to about 16%, and also activated this here, so it's actually playing the exact same note that is playing on the piano. But yeah, going on to the effects with this sample, everything is pretty simple. We don't really tend to have effects on every individual until we go to the melody bus, where what we have to begin with, Sound Shifter, where we pitch it up to semitones, and then we have the melody and the bass being routed over to its own bus, where we add an RC20 in, where we're using the Vinyl 3 preset, where we turn the magnitude down to about 70%. Valhalla Vintage Verb with the Tiled Room preset, mix on 33%, 0 millisecond pre-delay, and a decay of 0.64. Now we do have a low cut of 400 Hertz because we do not want to reverb the really low end. That creates muddiness. Just so you know, finish this sample off, we do have an EQ where we get rid of everything above around 45, or everything below, sorry, 45 Hertz. And everything above around 8,000 Hertz. But yeah, that is how you can easily make an analog sample for an artist such as Travis Scott or Don Toliver inside of FL Studio, inspired by the producers CUBEATZ or MIKE DEAN. If you are new here yet again, would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button for me. And while you're at it, flick that little notification bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video. Friendly reminder again, I do stream live over on Twitch, so if you do want to chuck me a follow over there and catch up with the shenanigans, would greatly appreciate that one too. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next week for another video.